Hi folks, Paul Jennings here, and today we're going to learn 5 need-to-know techniques for cajon that will really elevate your playing. Please do subscribe to my channel, it really does help me, and like the video if you like it. Leave a comment if you have something to say or something to ask. I try to reply to all of my comments as much as I possibly can. If you really want to take your cajon playing to the next level, definitely consider becoming a member to my channel. There's 3 levels of membership, and thank you to the new members. We've had a fair few sign up over the last week or so, so thanks guys, really good to see you in here, and feel free to comment, get in touch, and as I say, I'll reply to as many or all comments that I possibly can. So the first technique we're going to learn is pitch shifting using your foot. Now this is a technique that a lot of cajon players use in a variety of genres. It's pretty easy, but it takes a little, learning like any technique, and it's simply achieved by running the heel of your foot, your heel obviously, up and down the cajon as you play it. You don't need to apply a huge amount of pressure to achieve this, so you can practice by running your foot or the heel of your foot up and down the surface of the cajon while you play the mid-tone. Essentially, I find that gets the best results, or what I call the mid-tone anyway. The second technique we're going to learn is what I call the bass roll. And it's really a hand movement. It's a palm to finger movement that I use predominantly on my right hand. And this helps me get a really powerful, fast action between bass notes or bass tones. So you achieve this by striking the cajon on the bass tone, and then it's a quick flick up with your fingers to hit the cajon again. And you really want to practice this quite a lot to get the technique, because you want to be able to feel comfortable in how you execute it. And if you execute it precisely, it really does add a really cool addition to your playing, and it'll allow you to play much faster grooves as well. The third technique we're going to learn is the flam. And if you're already a drummer, you'll totally know what this is, but it really is something that you want to use in your cajon playing. It'll elevate your grooves, and it'll make your fills more interesting. Obviously, it's not something that you want to overuse, but it is a bit of a technique to get it right. And there's different sorts of flams in the way that you space your hits. So the way you achieve a flam is you're hitting with both hands, but your left or right hand, depending on if you're right or left-handed, is coming down slightly before the main hit. So there's like a lead-in almost to the main beat or the main hit, where it would lie on the bar or within the time signature. So basically just practice that, and practice different lengths of flam, as in like the space between the hits as they land on the beat. The fourth technique we're going to learn is simply just hitting the side of the cajon. You can really use this well to accent your grooves and just to add a different tone alternative. I usually use my left hand because my right hand is playing the sort of main body of the beat. But play around with your cajon on the side to find where it sounds sweetest. And then the fifth, number 5 techniques that you really need to know as a cajon player is a finger palm roll. I just call it, oh, it's really coming down out there, the rain. I generally call it like a thumb finger roll. Some people, some cajon players play these kind of rolls, well, it's just a roll, specifically with their fingers only. But I find that I get a much better, powerful roll using my thumb and my fingers, so my thumb to my fingers. So you really just, this is something that you're going to want to practice a lot and with a metronome and often, because you really want to feel comfortable with this technique, because if you're not executing it right, then it'll sort of sound a bit amateurish. So, and of course it's all right to mess up, you know. A musician I play with often called Ross Ainsley, he always used to say, you know, if you make a mistake on stage, you know, it's gone in a second. So definitely don't get down on yourself for mistakes when it comes to playing. Just practice and repetition will make you feel more comfortable and like you can execute things without even really thinking too much about it. Oh, the rain is coming down. So there it is, folks. 5 need-to-know techniques to really elevate your cajon playing. All of these techniques are available to learn in my cajon beginner, intermediate, and advanced courses, which are available to members of my channel. But this should get you going, get you thinking, and get you moving in a good direction with your cajon playing. Please subscribe to the channel. If you can, move your mouse up to that little subscribe and like if you're in that vicinity as well. That would be lovely. Until next time, take care of yourselves.